Okay. Day 3 of vintage playoff testing. Continuing our adventures in Rug and Six Land. We're back to a similar configuration that we had at the start of testing, except some of the cheekier cards are now Narsets. I think Slice and Dice, and I don't even remember what the other one was, but our Narset's there now. There's this thing we're still trying. Sideboard's in a much better place. Pretty compact, but packs a more powerful punch. We've weakened our Xerox matchup quite substantially in order to be able to beat Combat Dredge and Survival, and obviously Shops. But I do like our Dredge, Shops, and Survival plans now post board, so if we feel like we can have any kind of edge in the Xerox matchups, then maybe this is a good place to be. Round 1. B is for Vintage. Let's battle. Yep, pretty good hand. Keep. Gonna lead Waterlogged. I do want to lead with a Tarmogoyf here. Yeah, I guess I can fetch the Taiga. Don't wait, there's no Taiga left in my deck, right? Alright, there's no Taiga. So I'd have to fetch. I would have to fetch Volcanic. So I guess we can just do Waterlogged Grave playing 0-1. Opponent likes to play Xerox decks, but not guaranteed. So we've got a 2-mana 0-1. Yeah, they're usually on some kind of Xerox deck. That's unfortunate. It's gonna be just a Dak Fading. Oh, it's gonna they have the Lightning Bolt. All right. Well, we don't have Skill Step, so it's gonna be a Dak Fading follow up. Yeah, pretty good. Wonder if they'll steal Sapphire. They do. Do they have a land at all? They don't. All right, we're gonna hopefully opponent doesn't have a Skill Step either, and we're going to jam. That's interesting. This is like a consideration. If we bolt the Dak, our line is super weak to misstep. There's like a lot of upside to the Dak dying before it gets to activate with our opponent on no lands. I think the upside, I'm not sure. I think it's better to play a Tarmogoyf. Opponent just has Force of Will. Well, opponent certainly had a very strong vintage hand. Yeah, seems reasonable. Ancestral. Well, I don't know. Xerox matchup, I guess. This just feels like such a waste of my time. Like, I don't know. So everything's good when you hit Ancestral. Preordain's good when you hit Ancestral. Not really Narset that's good here. It's Black Lotus that was good. Preordain's pretty bad right now, as is Ancestral. It's just like, it doesn't fucking matter what we did because our hand just could never beat their hand, no matter what line we took. kind of want to just resolve Renin 6 now, get Misty, crack Volcanic, and shoot the Narset, I guess. It's not the worst place to be. Opponent just has to miss on a DAC for one turn and not have a misstep as one of their 2 cards right now. And Renin 6 should provide us with a lot of gas. Alright. Well, we have to see how good this DAC plus is. Oh, I forgot. Right. Ancestral and then DAC plus. Oh, right. Wonderful. Maybe we are just supposed to play 4 Mental Misstep. How are we ever supposed to win these matchups without 4 Misstep in our deck? I just don't like... What do we, like, there was nothing. We just, our cards were never going to beat their cards because they had more power. So, like, Snapcaster or Lightning Bolt here that resolves killing Mentor is good because then I can shoot the other Mentor and I'm still in a place, but... didn't draw it, so... Concede. Concede. Reasonable hand of Magic the Gathering cards. I am going to Ancestral and Upkeep for sure here, instead of like leading with Preordain or whatever. I guess this is weak to double Misstep. One Ruby away from a Chandra. Opponent had a Lotus last game. I think it's our turn to have a Lotus, right? I mean, I only won because I had enough skill steps. If I had one less skill step, or my opponent had one more skill step, the whole game has changed. That's interesting. Yeah, what up, Cam? I feel like we just want both of these. Just gonna try to jam this Chandra. We have to kind of not get Spell Pierced, I guess, but... Ooh, has a Moxen. Has a Narset. I'm gonna let the Narset resolve and respond to it by Lightning Bolting it. Yeah, it's almost the same list. I cut a Spell Pierce for a second Narset Opponent has Pithing Needle? What the Actually, I have to Force of Will Pithing Needle? That's unreal. I didn't leave in Grudge, so maybe I should have left in Grudge over Oof. Possible. We're just trying one Horizon land. It could be good, it could not be good. It hasn't been bad. Opponent has Library? Oh boy. This Needle's gonna beat us. Needle is 100% going to beat us. I don't know, man. I don't really think Needle's that good. Except for exactly against our exactly one Chandra. I guess Ren. And Wasteland. You're right. Alright, fine, you're right. I can't bring a Needle against them, but they can bring a Needle against me. Alright, you're fine. It's fine. Whatever. Nah, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm just salty. I'm just salty. I can do absolutely nothing against this. Put this Force away. I get to Wasteland this Library. Our opponent gets to Flashback Ponder. I can't, like, draw a card and get rid of the top card right away. So I should probably reevaluate if I want a Wasteland at some point here. Obviously, I don't need to kill this Library right away, but if our opponent flashes back Ponder, that puts them into 7, and then they draw a card that turn anyways, so I kind of have to. Opponent doesn't know that we can't kill a Pithing Needle. Look at Chandra gaining us life like a champion. I think maybe we're just supposed to play four missteps. I don't know. It seems like entirely hell-bent on resolving 1-mana cards, so chose not to shuffle. I could have Pyroblasted the Ponder. It just doesn't seem that good. Jeez. This is why I like to play Leyline against this matchup. I guess our opponent's going to run out of things to flashback, right? I think we want the Wasteland. I don't know. Nah, I don't think we want the Wasteland. I think we need to kill these Dreadhorde Arcanists. Not a bad draw. It could be good later. It just depends on how many cards our opponent draws with Dreadhorde Arcanist. Well, does our opponent have a skill step? They do not. Alright, maybe we have a shot. It's a little hard to attack your Dreadhorde Arcanist into Tarmogoyf, though one Lightning Bolt does the trick. I guess our opponent is on white, so they can have Swords to Plowshares as well. Jeez. Okay. No attack? I feel like attack, /back probe is like definitely worth trading an Arcanist. Seeing as I have to kill Mentor before Arcanist anyways. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's a great draw. A wonderful draw. Fantastic draw. Guess I cannot use that kind of mana. Lightning Bolt is so good right now. Did I cut a Lightning Bolt? I hope I didn't. No, I didn't. I have 4 Lightning Bolts. So I can get another draw card off Watery Grave, or I can get a Wasteland for this Volcanic. Which is probably correct. Wait, can I attack? I feel like this is definitely an attack, actually. What am I doing? I should have definitely done that probably after I decided I wanted to attack. Alright, so this is a lethal attack next turn. I'm aware he can only kill Glyph with white. But I actually don't think... Oh, opponent does have Source to Plowshares in their deck. Alright. I actually think you probably still want to kill the red. But... Bolt, yeah. Red does a lot of things. Yep. So now opponent gets the flashback, Preordain, and and Gitaxian Pro. We probably lose. But bottom top land drop. Post combat land drop. No land drop. Alright. Does this resolve? Oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't think white prohibits them from like wasting white doesn't actually prohibit our opponent from killing us, killing our thing with a lightning bolt. I think there are much more red hits like Dak Fade and stuff like that. So I get to wasteland the Tundra here. I probably just want Narset finding Dak Faden, maybe? I guess I could get Dak Faden, steal the Emerald, waste the Tundra. Then our Dak Faden dies, but our Ren doesn't die. Our Ren's not going to die no matter what. These are both good right now. Opponent has no more flashbackable draw spells in their yard at the moment. They could definitely draw one, though. They did keep a card on top with their last Preordain. I guess it could be Force of Will. I think I'm going to do... This game seems a lot closer than I thought it was, which makes me think I have no idea how this matchup actually works. I think I'm going to do Dak Faden, Steel Emerald. Top. Are we playing Super Friends in Vintage? So we're one lightning bolt from lethal here. Alright, never mind. Opponent has a lightning bolt. Opponent is going to kill all of my planeswalkers because they have found lightning bolt. Alright, well, I have an Narset, I guess. I have a bunch more lightning bolts in my deck. 2 more lightning bolts and 2 snapcasters, so we might be able to burn our opponent out here. Like hell-bent on our opponent not finding Ancestral Recall. Okay. So we have to bottom one of our snapcasters here. But we did find the lightning bolt. Opponent never flashed back lightning bolt with Dreadhorde, so they can kill Narset. If we bolt them, they can no longer fetch for the rest of the game, and then any Ren or lightning bolt is lethal. But if they hit any draw spell, it's really bad for us. Wish we had Grudge in our deck. Then Grudge would be lethal too. I probably shouldn't do it into open Spell Pierce. But that might not actually matter. Let's see what I think it's... Well, if opponent plays a draw spell pre-combat, we should bolt one of the Arcanists, because then they have to either choose to a lightning bolt or draw spell. I don't think they're going to fetch. I guess they wouldn't do a draw spell before combat because there's an Narset. You're right. That makes sense to me. So lightning bolt is going to be at Narset. These are both going to be at me. I mean, they could easily just have a mental misstep and my lightning bolt doesn't matter, right? So I don't know. Like lightning bolting one of these Arcanists doesn't really do anything either because they still have another Arcanist to flash back any spell they find. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna lightning bolt them. Alright, Ren, lightning bolt off the top. No. I guess we only have two Ren, lightning bolt, or snapcaster. I should probably use this fetch land to shuffle my other snapcaster back in. Opponent has very many... Aha! Chandra gains some more life because they don't know we don't have any answers. Armagoyf is a bad out because they have a Source of Plowshare as their only really spell left to hit. Basically, any of our Planeswalkers, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster, yeah. It's not really a PTQ because you have to top 8 to play in a tournament that is then a PTQ. A PPTQ, as it were. I will be playing in it, though, yes. That sounds about right. It seems about right. See if our opponent will draw Ancestral while we drew 2 lands. I'm ready. My body is ready. I do not believe we have as many... I mean, we have a similar amount of hits than our opponent, but not a ton. It's a PPTQ. I'm pretty sure that's like a pretty accurate description of it. I mean, PPTQs are PTQs. Having decent prize support has nothing to do with them being PTQs or PPTQs. It just has to do with who's hosting them. And if you're talking about PTQs in the near future, then they will have things you have to do to qualify for them. So I don't really think it's that weird. Yes. King, the fetch land that has no more... we should draw better. Right, but then an RPTQ, you only needed to top 8 and not to win either. So, like, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty reasonable comparison. So, opponent can flashback Gush next turn off their Jace. I mean, not really a... I mean, you can say it's like a Mox, too. There it is. Does opponent have Pyroblast? My favorite game. Alright, we hit it, chat. We did it. We did the hitting of the spells that draw cards. Does it resolve? Did resolve. It does red and 6 resolve. Oh my god, are we gonna actually win this game? Just play this land and act like I have more mana than I do. Alright, we won the game. I don't know how we won the game. I don't know why we won the game. Which is probably on me. I need to figure out how to evaluate board states better, maybe? Alright, I definitely want this grudge over this oof, though. I mean, what did we do? What did we do that turned that game? Our opponent just, like, didn't hit cantrips off the top of their deck, right? If our opponent at any point in that game hits a Preordain, they get to cast 2 Preordains and find Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, or Ancestral, and then win? So our opponent was unlucky? Is that why we won? I don't really know. They had a bad clock, but they only really had a bad clock because they just didn't have infinite card advantage with their deck that's built to have infinite card advantage. I mean, to be fair, that maybe they cut some kind of card advantage to play Pithing Needle, right? I don't know. I have to go back. We might want to go back and watch that game just to actually figure out, like, where we went right and wrong and where my evaluation was awful. Because clearly I did not have an accurate representation of how that game was going in my head. I don't know, all lands? I don't think this is the strongest hand, but we have fetch, sorcery, artifact to make a not boltable Goyf. I think I'm going to try hard off stream and then do a live recap watching the VODs. I'd like to qualify first. Oh, God. Yep. I think we're going to try off stream this time. I think delays make for awful streams. That's the kind of the reason why I don't do a delay. I think it kind of defeats the whole purpose. I streamed it live last time, but I also thought I had no chance of winning because I couldn't figure out a deck in time. This time I'm putting in some effort into figuring out what the best deck I can play is. Yeah, I think like interacting with chat is like what makes streaming more interesting. So, if we play Fetch Land, Lotus, we're not even close to Dig Through Time. But I do want to get a Tarmogoyf in play. But it just doesn't sound as good as passing. I don't think we want to waste our Lotus like that. I don't know. I mean, our opponent drew 3 cards, so this game could be quite difficult. Another instance of maybe we want 4 mental missteps in our deck. So this has to resolve. My Lightning Bolt has to resolve on this Dreadhorde Arcanist. Our opponent is going to snap back Recall. So I'm not going to end of turn Lightning Bolt because then I can snap Lightning Bolt the next turn. So I should end up... I was thinking maybe we wanted to go to our turn to try to draw a Misstep or Force of Will. But because we have Snapcaster Mage, we probably, and not 2 red sources. I mean, we have Lotus, which can be 2 red sources. But that would still hold true next turn when we have a Snapcaster Lightning Bolt, so we should probably Lightning Bolt now. Opponent has Force of Will. That's good for us. At least it's not Mental Misstep. Well, opponent's deck plays Daze, so Wish granted. Does opponent have 2 Force of Wills? That's like the new question, right? They do not. All the lists that I had were running 1 Daze, but I don't know. Well, opponent did not have double Force of Will, and we have a big Tarmogoyf, so maybe this is a winnable game. Opponent is still on 5 cards. This could be a Mentor as well. Nope, just Swords. Alright, maybe we do just want 4 Missteps. If we're going to play against Xerox every game, we probably want 4 Missteps. Didn't get Pyroblast either. That's kind of surprising to me. Wow, this is an interesting choice. I'm pretty sure we want Dig Through Time. I feel like we just pitch Dak Fate and Force of Will here. I don't know. Opponent could very easily be on their own Dig Through Time or Cruise next turn, in which case maybe we want Force of Will. I don't know. What does chat think here? I feel like this is like an interesting decision point. No, I think there's probably a wrong choice here, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. You like pitching Dak Misstep. I was leaning towards... I think you either pitch Dak Misstep or you pitch Dak Force, right? Like, that's a pretty fair point, Log. I guess I can't call you Log because there's Log T1. What do I call you? Theme? TF? Something else. You can't be Log, and you don't want to be Log. I'm pretty into pitching Force of Will Dak Fate in here. That was my first instinct. So I'm going to go with that and see how it goes. Laga? Alright, Laga works for me. I can break this Lotus if I want. If I break the Lotus post-combat, I can dig. I had to do it pre-combat to do the whole post-combat. I guess I can do it post-main phase. Like on their turn. In their upkeep, maybe. Pyroblast. I have 5 minutes. I'm going to have to just play faster. Alright. I don't really want to cast this Dig Through Time when opponent has Hardcast Force mana up. I'm going to crack now in case I can draw on a Pyroblast of my own. I think I want to leave up the ability to draw a card with Water Grove, though. I think I want to leave a land in my yard in case we hit the red. Alright, I think we just want Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf. I don't think I'm going to force this, so Tarmogoyf Narset probably. And then I can still draw a card through this Narset, so. I guess I probably don't want to crack this if I want to play Tarmogoyf and Narset, so maybe that's wrong. I'm kind of baiting Pyroblast on my deck here. Oh, it's just Lightning Bolt? That's fine. Oh, that's an interesting Magic the Gathering card. I should have... I don't like the order I did this. I'm playing a little bit too fast now. I think I played this whole section wrong, but I'm trying to finish this game. I'm going to deploy a Narset so our opponent can't draw cards, is what I'm going to do. Narset looks really good on this board state. These are both good. We'll just pick Chandra. Chandra's probably better. Though I can play Renin 6 and Tarmogoyf in the same turn. I don't think it's going to matter, though. I don't like the way I sequenced that ending section, but I took a little too long to play cards that turn that match. Narset looked quite good there, to be honest. Give credit where credit's due. Narset was very good that match. Oh, yeah, definitely Goyf is wrong there. I think Narset with the opponent tapped out is the way to go. It can easily snowball out of control if our opponent draws a Treasure Cruise. Or a Gush, or a Dak Baden. Like, the ways our opponents win the game are through drawing cards, so Narset is a better play than Tarmogoyf. Opponent also cracked for white off of their Lotus, so it kind of symbolizes that they might have a Swords to Plowshares. That could be a bait from our opponent, though. I should try... Yeah, Narset was good there. Waterlogged Grave was pretty reasonable at all points in that match. But Narset was very good. I mean, that's a play you could make, yeah.